Yo, what's up, dude? I can tell something's going horribly wrong. Oh, hey man, don't mind me, just doing my best to dodge addressing the intricacies of the current American political climate. Huh, that looks exhausting and like it isn't worth it. I want to try. From personal experience, that is a terrible idea and you're in for a terrible time. Have you been on TikTok recently? Yeah, it's been awful. I almost entirely regret finding out about the app now. Too true, man, too true. It's a damn shame that we have to make a video about it. You're right, that does absolutely suck. Speaking of which, hi again, you bottles of baby formula. I'm coming back to you with my severely fucked up hand. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard anything about it, but did you know there's an election going on right now? Yeah, like who would have thought? It caught me completely off guard, like a duck stealing an old lady's stash of bread. If you've been living under a rock, you probably still know that an election is happening right now. You've probably seen something about it, and you know that it appears to be, and this is the scientific term, going bananas. It is no exaggeration that this thing is absolutely everywhere, and that everywhere includes TikTok. This goddamn app was supposed to be on the cutting room floor of the White House by last month, but instead, a couple million people tuned in there on election night to watch people live stream the results and their reactions to them. And even more people have been making content related to and about the election. And trust me when I say that it looks like a zoo's monkey exhibit in there because shit is all over the place. Obviously, you had your people who were ride or dying for their specific candidate starting to weep on camera for some reason when they thought their particular person was losing.
And I do it again.
Like seriously, if I was gonna literally cry about it, the last thing I would do is project my tears to the rest of the developed world, especially to my opposition, who can then use it to dunk on me. But while some people are hyper-focused on the results themselves, others could only focus on the parts of the election that have the least to do with being elected. People have been fixated on the news commentators who have been able to rattle off fact after fact about random counties from different states across the nation, and how they've been doing it like Juice WRLD in a freestyle, going non-stop for what feels like hours and hours at a time. You know, it really does seem like he could motor mouth forever, at least for longer than Cyberpunk's been delayed. He would make a great Twitch streamer. And speaking of Twitch, I have one. That's twitch.tv/Kwite. We have lots of fun there, and you're missing out by not being there. And you wouldn't want to miss out, would you? Yeah, that's right, FOMO, become indoctrinated. And hey, while you're in the middle of being brainwashed, why not take it that step further? Subscribe with notifications on. I know most of you aren't, and I also know where you live. In a video game. It was pretty neat seeing a bunch of people be amazed by the commentating skills of commentators, but it was even neater when one of them, Steve Kornacki, got to respond back.
Hey everybody, well, you may not recognize me, there's no giant touchscreen behind me, but Steve Kornacki here, and I just wanted to say I saw after I finally left the studio all these incredibly, kind and friendly and nice messages everybody had on social media there. I just wanted to say thank you.
Now, I don't think it's controversial to say that this entire process is very stressful for anybody and everybody watching. Some people don't want their candidate to lose. Other people are afraid of what will happen if X person gets into office. I personally think we should just give it to DaBaby for now. I think it would be really funny if we got to see an infant try and run the country with their feeble little arms and bones like pudding. But some people just aren't open to the idea of a DaBaby presidency. They point out that he's not actually a baby, which I point to this image as proof otherwise. But they weren't having it. They wanted their guy and no one else to the very end, like this person.
Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think Howie Hawkins can pull this one through. He is down bad right now. 331,000 votes. I don't know if he can get that 72 mil to get back up there in the runnings, bro, but I don't think it's possible. Let's keep our hopes up. Alaska, pull through for Howie!
Now, I'm not really sure why that guy was freaking out so much. 70 million isn't that much, okay? For reference, there's not even that many people in the world. Either way, as soon as the votes from Europe get counted, I'm confident that Howie will be back in the lead, so there's really nothing to worry about. But I think it's good that he posted that TikTok, because it got word out to all the other Howie Mandel supporters out there on where they stand in the election right now and what might be happening going forward. And that really is another part of what makes this election playing out on TikTok so great. The app can be a great tool for education. And nothing screams mastery and comprehensive understanding of a topic like watching a 1-minute video on it. For instance, this is a lot of my generation's, Gen Z's, first election that they got to be conscious is happening. And so naturally, they're new to the system and they don't understand everything about it, so they have a lot of questions about how certain things work. You know, the usual things that happen every election like margins of error, rampant voter suppression, the collapse of democracy, and perhaps most commonly the Electoral College. No, that's just a funny little misunderstanding of a TikTok. What a funny duddy. The votes on that map for the Electoral College don't represent individual votes people made, but because it's TikTok, other people can respond kindly and in a timely manner with the correct information. That way, everybody involved can leave the situation a smarter and more informed person, and it's all thanks to people like @TankSeason11 over here.
I keep seeing dumbass motherfuckers be like, oh my gosh, only 264 people voted for Biden. Or, oh my gosh, Trump only got like 214 votes. Those numbers represent states, not people, idiot.
He's so right, and he was so concise about it too. He was able to succinctly convey the information we needed while still talking down to me. It's really the ideal way of consuming media. And while people like Tank Season are giving the youth some helpful lessons on how our political system work, there are other people out there who are boots on the ground, doing journalism. There's people letting us know what it's like to watch the changing results of states, not on a screen, but in the sky.
Oh my God!
Man, I would sure hate to be that guy. Living inside of a political map seems very stressful. One second you're just chilling in your backyard, and the next it suddenly looks like the Death Star parked in your skyline, and it's about to turn your state into the next Jeddah. Going outside would be how you get updates on the election instead of how you get away from it. Now, as active as some people have been about supporting their candidate and what either one winning would entail, others have been very resolute in how their lives won't change afterwards. You know, I cannot hate. Love or despise his decision, call that man 21 Savage because he be fucking dudes. I'd imagine most of it happens on that island in the background. These TikTokers are the sneaky type. They wouldn't include some shit like that for no reason. Now, I'd like to dedicate the next segment of this video to the greatest play-by-play reporter we have, Polo Boy. This man has been putting in the goddamn work. Over the last few days, he has turned the swing states into a lovable cast of characters who get slapped into being blue or red in real time. Outside of Italia, which we don't talk about, I've really never seen anything like what he's doing. It's the perfect marriage of real information and funny skits set to viral TikTok song. Edutainment has never been this good, and we live in a world where epic rap battles of history exists. The whole world seemed to have its eyes on Nevada these last few days, which probably doesn't feel great for them, since the last time that shit happened was when everyone wanted to raid Area 51. But some people have found a little empathy in their hearts for how slow they're fucking counting after they found out that Nevada's ballot counting is a stressful and, more importantly, lonely job. And hey, what do you know? Polo Boy's got a Family Guy cutaway gag for this one too. As President of the United States, according to my Instagram account at Kwite.png, I am awarding Polo Boy with the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his efforts in journalism and his sick dance moves. Now, while this season of the American election has been eventful and admittedly very riveting, I think overall it has negatively affected the fandom because a lot of the decisions that the showrunners made has split it down the middle. I don't think it's ever been more divided. It's got people coping in strange ways where they're making self-insert fanfics on TikToks, not just for the candidates, but for the side characters. And most of them aren't even the interesting ones, mind you. Like, watch this shit.
For you, I'm gonna let you hit it for free. For you, I'm gonna let you hit it for free. For you, I'm gonna let you... For you.
Ouch, that one sure left a mark on my brain. Though it is an injury I had to sustain to be able to make it to the next level of fan fictions. Shipping fix. The worst part about it is how well written some of them are. Just the dialogue and the character work is so compelling that you find yourself falling for it until you realize it's a fan fiction. If I didn't know better, I would have thought that this next one was a scrapped idea from one of the show's actual writers. Yeah, I would add commentary here, but I think that video pretty much speaks for itself. And my god, is it loud. Yeah, anyways, my ears are bleeding from deafening figurative screams coming off that TikTok, so I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I don't know how much more election any of us can take, but unfortunately, we don't get to choose to stop. What you can choose, though, is to subscribe to this channel with notifications on, which you should totally do. Also, follow me on twitch.tv/Kwite. I might actually be live after this video. Who knows? Remember, don't go out and after anybody I talked about in today's video. It helps no one at all. You can follow me on Instagram at Kwite.png and on Twitter at Kwite. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see you guys next time.